number one thing is to I'll just say write. Any kind of writing that you can do, whether it's long form or short form, or just a couple of paragraphs in 3 minutes, or using Twitter as a writing tool, because it can be, to craft poetry. I mean, I don't really care how you write, but you should be in the daily practice of writing. There's nothing else that replaces the ability for your mind to transcribe or to comprehend the thoughts that you've got bringing into your mind, and then channeling in a proper communicative way to an audience. Not just one platform. It's not just, as a journalist today, you're going to be asked to produce for television if you're going into television, or produce for print if you're going to newspaper, or produce radio copy and for radio or audio. You're going to have to learn how to do usually a web content management system for your site. It might be something like a WordPress, or it might be something like an Easy News, or it might be something that has other different features. You're going to have to learn how to produce for Facebook and produce for Twitter. All these things are platforms, and they all require different disciplines and different training. Well, your luck in finding career opportunities, either your first one or the ones down the line, is your ability to master multiple platforms. There is no such thing as a single platform in anything we do anymore, whether it be something where our audience is or something that we're producing in terms of content. Everything is a plural. There's no reason that you shouldn't come out of college with a portfolio that you've produced yourself, that showcases your best work and is constantly updated.
Right.
New material all the time to show that you are a journalist. You're not just about writing the great American novel. You're about producing content every day, every week, whatever your deadline, whatever your opportunity is, to keep it fresh, to keep it current. Journalism these days, you'll hear this a lot, is a process. We are not producing for the morning paper that lands on your doorstep that had to go to bed the night before at midnight. Journalism is changing every moment, and you've got to build platforms for yourself or work on platforms for somebody else that allow you to constantly update stories and create new content as you get information that needs to be shared with your audience. An iPhone right here is one of the greatest inventions for mobile journalism. It has a wonderful camera that can shoot terrific video as well as take terrific still pictures. It's got a GPS device for location. You can map whatever you want to do. All the apps for consuming content, as well as apps for creating content, editing photos, cutting video. You can do all of that with this device right here. The Droid phone, same thing. Those are the tools that the journalists today are using, and to be on top of that, ahead of that, is a good place to be, because what happens is this phone didn't exist last year. Now, they had other iPhones, but the iPhone 4 is really a tremendously improved device in terms of mobile journalism. The iPhone 5, which will come out here in a couple of months, I expect, might be even better. That's how fast the world changes. Good journalists today will embrace the technology and explore different things they can do with their journalism, with the features and the new technologies that come out on the market. We have the analytical tools, the metrics tools, to understand real time what our audience is clicking on. And your job is to kind of keep score for yourself with your content, because you can do that. And it's not just to kind of sit back and let other people tell you how you're doing. The fact is you should have a hunger for, if I'm going to do all this work, I want the most amount of people to see it. And you need to learn every day. I mean, you can say, well, why did this story only do 500 page views? When somebody else's story might have done 10,000. So was it the topic I chose, or the story I was covering, or maybe it was the way I produced the story? Maybe if I'd written a better headline, which, by the way, you can tweak every second. If you don't like it, try something else. It's just a matter of changing the type and hitting save. Or whether you add a better photo that grabs the user and makes them want to click on your story, or you use your social networking tools and skills to get that story out to the right audience. You own that. You can't just sit back and let some expert or some boss do that for you. That is your mission. That is your opportunity as a journalist, to build your own audience as you're building it for the organization that you're working for.